Wait for it to pop up. All right, bet. Yo. Welcome back to the RejuvNation Podcast, hosted by Timeless Trail. I'm here with the gang. Everybody introduce yourself, please.
What's up? Name is Noah G.
I'm slow.
60 shot.
I'm a Chill Shump on the beat, so.
This nigga 60 sound like a grown-ass man. Every time.
60 shot Lil Face, 60 shot Blake, 86 Zoe.
Yeah. Yo, and we here, man. First and foremost, I want to appreciate all y'all for coming out, taking the time to be with your boy. And this podcast is made to really just talk about things as creatives, things that we go through in this lane. And I know you have a great buzz going right now, and I kind of want to emphasize on that. And I really want people to understand the origin of how this all began, right? But before we do that, I want to go into something called Timeless Talk. And for everyone that doesn't know, Timeless Talk is just a chance for us to talk about things that's going on as creatives that we don't necessarily get to talk to the public about, and we kind of want to share with the light. So the group decided to talk about the meaning of relationships versus values and money. So kind of want to take it from there and see what you guys think. So do you guys think having a value as a friendship is better than actually the money, or what do you guys feel about that?
Well, it depends
You
on what you mean.
better lean in.
Depends on what you mean. Are you talking about like gaining some type of chemistry between either an artist or what?
So pretty much I was listening to the Pusha T interview on The Breakfast Club, and he hit a line when he was talking about how Pharrell makes his beats. Mm-hmm. And he looked like, yo, does Pharrell still charge me for my beats? And they was like, nah, I don't think so. So when I was thinking, I'm like, yo, damn, these are two people who probably charge thousands of dollars for a feature. But at the end of the day, them as peers was like, yo, I'm not going to charge you for this beat, and you don't charge me for a feature. Mm-hmm. So looking at a smaller scale as us being creatives in the Connecticut area, if I have some value and I come approach you, do you charge me, or is it more so, do you like, yo, I know that giving this to Trail will be something that will help boost my brand or a good collaboration, so I just do this one off the strength? Like, how does that go?
I think that comes down more as an investment in most eyes. So, pretty much, if a producer or an engineer or whatever of any type of source, they're asking you to use, like, you know, like, all right, I'm offering you my services for free or for a bare minimum. Mm-hmm. Pretty much that's meaning like, yo, I believe in you. I feel like you got hella potential, and I think you're talented. So why not?
Yeah, it's an investment.
Yeah, it's an investment. You know what I mean? So to keep the ball rolling and keep everything going, like building, sometimes you got, waive the fees. You know what I mean? Mm. Pretty much. That's what I did. That's what I did with Mike Flows. That's what I did with Zoe. You know what I mean? Like, Snow too.
60. Come on, you gotta talk to me.
What type of situation with me?
So like, say I was like, yo, 60, I got a dope feature, and it's gonna be mixed with someone, and I'm gonna produce it, and blah blah blah. Me coming to you as a friend, like, yo, would you do this off the strength, or do I need to charge you some bread for it? What would you?
You don't need to charge me. Your friend gotta pay.
But what if it's mine? What if I'm like DJ Khaled or something? Like, what if I'm just putting them together?
Yeah, if you want some Khaled shit, then hell yeah.
Like, it's situational.
Yeah,
situational.
Depends.
It's all really like what, and even like, let's say like you heard something, and maybe it's like it's a no-name, producer or whatever, but if the beat is hard, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna want to like.
Yeah, like
it
depends.
rock with
it
them.
really depends.
It's
like,
super situational.
You have to catch me like. I don't know, like, we have to be in the same studio. You come to me like, yo, you fuck with this? And not even telling me it's you type shit. And I'd be like, yeah. Mm-hmm. And you just come out the cut like, let me get a feature. I'd be like, fuck it.
It's all about, like, approach and stuff, too. Like, because a lot of people will come and, like approach you, like, yo, hop on my thing, whatever. Like, I don't even know you.
I got people in my DMs like, yo, I got 20K on this track. Jump on my next one.
Yeah,
like,
it don't mean nothing. It's whatever. There's gotta be chemistry. There's gotta be some sort of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
some sort of relationship built. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like, it's not wrong to start with like a little monetary thing. Like, if like, let's say you made beats and I was rapping, and like, yo, I charge 30 for a beat, but you start messing around with me, I'll drop the price. That's different. That's an investment. You know what I mean? Yeah. People, there's a difference between investing your money and just spending your money.
Yeah, I'm in this shit like that. Like,
yeah, and I think a lot of artists, especially like in the rap genre, they look at money spending is just money spending. They don't look at it as investment because you are a personal brand. You know what I'm saying? You got to put money back into your business to get money back out of it. You know,
and then it gets even bigger if you got a team with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Word. Snow.
You gotta ask me a question again.
What do you feel about the difference between paying someone and the value of just building something that could technically change the culture? Like, so for prime example, you met up with Shump.
Mm-hmm.
You heard that beat. You was like, yo, I need that. Would you be mad if Shump was like, yo, okay, it's this much for this beat? Or were you just assuming that he was going to give it to you off the strength?
So originally this wasn't even the plan. Like, I was just supposed to dance to it. And my older brother, DJ Perfect 203, shout out to him. We running Bridgeport right now. You know, I got to shout my brother out. But I was dancing to it and I was playing it for my older brother. And there was a situation happened with a friend where, like, you know, I did something for him. He gained from it and then he tried to play me, basically. And my older brother was basically saying, like, worry about yourself. Stop worrying about everybody else. Like, stop trying to be like Captain Save-A-Ho all the time. Like, you know, it's okay to like try something out, because you know, since I was younger, like, I've always wrote poetry, was always into all that stuff anyways, and I'm always dancing. So then I told Shump about the idea, like, yo, we should do like Yank Rhythm, because I'm Jamaican and I like the idea of how like everybody can hop on a beat and do their own thing and the DJ play the toughest ones. So like, you know what I'm saying, so I'm starting the rhythm off or whatever, and then after, like, people will hop on it and try to, you know, do their own thing. So he thought it was a good idea, but I knew, like, Sean probably wasn't, like, thinking much of it, because I don't have no, like, musical history or nothing like that. So then I recorded it, and I sent it to him, and I was like, well, what you think? He was like, this is exactly what I was looking for. And I thought he was just gassing it, because, like, you know, I'm already, like, known outside the music thing, so I don't know if he's just being nice to me or what. He said he was really, like, fucking with it.
Yeah.
And so we threw it up.
And that's what it is.
That's what it is.
The rest is history.
So Smurder hat going up in the air, man.
All right, so I got a question for Shump.
What up?
So for Shump, what did you see and we're kind of getting off time of talking, just kind of venturing into the actual natural conversation now, but what did you see in Snow when you was like, yo, this is it? Like, how did you know off the top of your head before everyone else knew that this was going to be one?
Well, off rip, just as far as like the Zoe movement that's going on, and you know, I knew off of like Snow through Zoe.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that was automatically love right there from jump, you know what I mean? And we was able to actually like talk, and you feel me, and actually, you know, vibe out, and I was feeling the vibes off rip, you know what I mean? So it was really nothing to actually send her one off the strength, you know what I mean?
Right.
And especially with that one song in particular, I had plans with it, but at the same time, I didn't know exactly what to do with it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I felt, you know, when Snow asked for it, that was like the perfect fit. At the same time, I wanted to start infusing or getting more into the freaky music kind of thing, you know what I mean? So
like
I wanted to start like investing more into it. So in my eyes, I felt like that was the perfect way to jump in.
So before we keep jumping into the actual conversation, I want people to get like a background of who everyone is sitting here. So for people like, especially for like Shump, I don't know if a lot of people know like how iconic you are as far as like reaching out to the youth and like catering to them in a sense with the beats. So can everyone just give a description of like who they are and what they bring to the table while y'all sitting here right now?
Yeah. Well, first off, man, my name's Chill Shump on the beat from New Britain, Connecticut. I've been at this producing thing for quite some time now. It's been I want to say possibly 12 years now, man. And I've really, I guess you could say things I've been working more in my favor for the last 3. Okay. You know what I mean? So, working with Mike Flows, working with Annoyed, working with Double F.
Joyner Lucas.
Working with Joyner Lucas.
How you just forget home? Like what?
Yeah, working with Joyner Lucas too. And I'm working with Zoe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You got something on the way too, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Working my nigga 60, you feel me?
That's a fact.
That's a definitely.
That's a fact.
That's
a fact. That's a fact. So, you know, pretty much, man, being intact with CT hip hop is huge for me. You know what I mean? And I've been able to blossom my name into a whole house brand. Yeah. And it's been growing immensely lately. You know what I mean? And by Snow, you know, hopping on the flip mode beat and turning it into her own thing, and then, you know, fucking shaking the whole state. Like it's
crazy.
It's growing. It's
like what, 2 weeks? 3
If
weeks?
that.
week.
A week. A week
Literally
only.
a week,
No,
bro,
for
from
real.
today. Like that snippet was dropped last Sunday.
Yeah.
And it caught wildfire, man.
And you know what's crazy? I think the first time I ever met you was at Musicology. Shout out to was that Steed and Wiz. Yeah, shout out to them. I was just walked in there and you was playing some beats. I'm like, yo, who the fuck is this nigga right here? And ever since then I kinda just kept tabs on you and you've been definitely like progressing year by year, and I think it's great to see how like impactful and how like involved you in with the youth as far as like making like different beats for them and just showing like your cadence, like how you can just grab something and like transform it into your own. So
I try to be as versatile as possible as far as like with beat making and hip hop. Like,
Yeah.
Usually a lot of people stick with one style, whether it's trap or up north or light feet, freak it, whatever you want to call it. Like I do it all. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me just keeping my whole market and open for anybody to album. You know what I mean?
Got you.
So,
Okay.
appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop reaching over you. I'm sorry.
all good.
Next one is 60. Introduce yourself. I'm gonna tell them my introduction of you, but I want you to introduce yourself. You want me to tell them first?
Yeah.
All right, so I met 60 through SoundCloud actually. I think this when I first got introduced to Zoe, RIP Zoe again. But I was just saying, yo, this dude just spitting raw, like the way he just
I got a good 60.
yeah, the way he just delivered, the way he was just delivering bars. I'm like, yo, first off, this shit is raw as fuck, like, and that's the type of music I grew up on. Like growing up, I used to listen to like Styles P, like D Block, like Dipset, like On the Way, like basketball game and shit. And I was like, yo, I remember sitting on the basketball, in a basketball bus, and I sounded similar to you, and I'm like, yo, I gotta like touch base with him. So I was fortunate to meet him, like in the whole Full Effect. And like ever since then, me and 60 just been cool. Like I always like try to post his music to get his name out there. I'm always playing his SoundCloud shit in the car. I'm always like introducing someone to his sound, and everyone's starting to fuck with it. And he's definitely just making his own staple out here. You know what I'm saying? So
That's what I'm saying. I remember I was with Quincy when we was riding around Hartford, and we was just bumping some shit. You know, Quincy always playing some fire shit, and he was playing one of your tracks. I can't remember the name of the mixtape. I was like, yo, what is this? Like, bro, like, who is this from? Because it sounded like some like new wave. Like I don't like comparing like people's music to other music, but it was like some Chicago type sound. And I was like, yo, like, what is it? Oh, this is my boy. You know, he's from Hartford, whatever. And I was like, what? Like we got this out here, and then just started saying in tune, and then I moved out here. We got familiar with each other, and it's just like, it's crazy. Like you could just hear something and just like off the rip, like first 30 seconds in, you're like, this is
facts. And this nigga, by the way, this nigga sound like a grown ass man, but niggas don't be forgetting how young he is, yo. Like I remember him, like me and him just sitting down talking. He talking to me. I'm looking at him like he grown. This nigga told me his age. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, yo.
Yeah, just turned 18, freshly 18.
Happy belated.
Good looking.
You feel me?
Tourist gang, you feel me?
Y'all crazy.
What else? Damn, I started rapping, I would say like 2010, 2011, but I used to do it on some play around shit, because Zoe used to always do like parody versions of songs and shit whenever we was chilling. Because we was some badass little kids. Whenever it came to rapping and shit, we knew how to rhyme and make that shit sound wavy. So regardless of whatever we was talking about, whether we was ranking on each other or whatever. So we, that's when he made that track. I started rapping around when he made that track, Not Supposed to Be, feel me? Because he did that shit for fun. Like, he literally, that shit literally blew up by accident. Like, for
like
real.
Not
And then,
supposed to be.
yeah. That's crazy. That's the title of that shit, because we was all literally just chilling in Lord Noble's studio. That was probably like 3 months after I met him. I met him through Zoe. So I'm freshly still trying to get to know him. We in his studio recording and shit. And then Zoe was just doing hella remixes of shit. And then he just told me, I ended up jumping on that song Henny with him. That was my first track ever. I think I was like 13. I was on auto-tune and shit. That shit was funny as hell. But that shit ended up blowing. That shit got like, last time I checked, it had like 60K on SoundCloud, feel me? So, and we was little-ass kids. So after a little while, we just started taking that shit serious. And it took a little while, too. It took a good, like, 2 years for us to realize, like, yo, the city is just looking after us, and we don't even know. Like, we just dropping shit for fun. Feel me? Then that shit just turned into real movement.
Yeah.
From freaking it everywhere and shit, Zoe getting that shit into different states and cities all over the world. Feel me? Because it originated off the gang shit. Zoe was just trying to make that shit some everybody shit.
Yeah.
And that shit just dispersed. Everything just went everywhere.
Yeah. Okay. We're definitely going to talk about the origin of the dance, but I want to introduce Snow and, get the feedback. So I guess I'll do my intro, how I know you first, and then you take over again.
Sounds good.
All right, so I actually met Snow through Twitter. We was beefing at one point in time.
Yeah,
Not
I'm
really.
talking Mad John.
Nah, because...
Mad John.
Hold up. So what happened was...
Snow be on that shit.
Yeah, so this one the dumbing or yanking, however you want to pronounce it. This is when like everyone started catching on to it, and like there was a point where like there was different cliques just doing it, and then I saw you do it. And I'm like,
It was
yo,
bad. He ain't lying.
yeah, and I was like, yo, who the fuck is this doing? So I went on Twitter and I said something. And I thought she was gonna let it rock. No, she responded back within like 5 minutes, like, nigga, fuck out of here. Like, she was on me, you feel me? And I'm like, damn. I was like, she did not play no.
Spicy.
She's talking crazy. I want to talk about the story when I first actually met her too. Like she backs up that spice, trust me. So
Stop.
we was talking going back and forth, and then I kind of just deaded it. And then as I started getting more in tune with like the youth and what they're doing with the dance, I'm like, yo, it'd be dope if we kind of like put something together. So I kind of just hit her on the DMs like, yo, I'm putting this together. You feel me? Like, I see you doing it. Like, and I see you doing it effectively. You look like you're someone that actually respects the culture and the dance. And she was like, she's with it. And then we actually teamed up last summer, I think now. Last summer, we put the dance together over in front of Eddie's.
Yep.
That's
it was
her little spot. You know what I'm saying? And after that, it's kind of like, I just always like keeping tabs on her, checking in with her, and she does the same and make sure everything's good.
Yeah, that's how I do. But yeah, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm Snowbra. Nah, I'm really Snow, but I'm just like Snowbra Winfrey. It's just like, cause I be talking to these bitches. Like, I got mad.
Get spicy.
I got like, I have like a snow globe, and it's like mad different people. Like, if I'm on my gangster shit, Moneybag Snow. Like, if I want to feel presidential, Barack Snow Obama, catching footballs, Tony Snowmo. Like, I just never stop. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, but I'm just, Jamaican. I'm just, Jamaican.
All right, cool. So I kind of want to touch back to what 60 was saying about the actual origin of the dance. Like, a lot of people don't understand that this was a gang dance at one point in time. Like, this was a dance that only select individuals were able to do. Like, if you were not from that area, you could not go to somewhere else and do that dance, or someone would check you and it'll get back to somebody, and next thing you know, you on the front page news getting your ass whooped. Like, and I've just seen people lose their lives over this dance and all type of stuff. So I kind of want 60 to put it in his perspective, because I want the youth to understand it too. Talking to the mic.
Feel me? The shit originated off G's and the greats beefing. I would say, like, I don't even know how far back this shit go, because I'm young as hell.
Yeah.
So feel me?
Yeah.
That's just how it evolved around when I was coming up. Say, like, because I was young as hell out here. I'm like 9, 10 years old at parties off the avenue and shit, and I'm watching, and like, feel me? Specific dances are done in those areas of the avenue, and then I would go to a party like off of Barber Street or something where all the G's and shit be at, and see them doing a specific dance, and I would peep like both of them, like the difference for me. And back then it was like, if you wasn't doing a certain shit right in the party and they see you and you not really with their team, they're chasing you home after it. Like, that's just how that shit went. And I done seen parties on both sides, like where somebody doing the dance wrong or they not cutting out the right shit, they getting slumped and thrown out the party. Music paused, all of that. They turn the music back on and continue the shit like nothing happened. I'm in there like 10, 11, me and Zoe, and I'm in there like, oh shit. Like, see that shit? Like, hell nah, that's how that shit really used to go. Like, but I heard it originated like off the dance. Like the avenue dance and shit. Like, you see everybody like this and shit, all of that. I heard that originated from the avenue, like this dude, Doughboy, had created that shit, all of the yanking it and shit, and crossing that shit out. Feel me? But that's the story I heard from the Avenue. I don't even know about where all the G side dancing and shit came from. That shit just came with it because we seen the greats doing it. That's just from my point of view. Feel me?
Yeah. I mean, similar to him, like when I was growing up and stuff, like I used to go into the parties and these dudes would be doing the dance all type of crazy, and I'm like, yo, this shit is fire. Like this is a dope dance. Too bad only certain people could do it, but this shit is dope. And like I would literally see like one of them go over to like enemy side, quote unquote, in the party and do it in their face, and the next thing you know, like 5 seconds later, big fight then broke out, everyone going home and all type of shit. And to kind of see like how you guys are transforming it into your own. How did that happen? Like, how did you guys take, like, say, I'm going to take this day? Yeah, definitely Zoe, but how did y'all take, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, I have a question. Is how did Zoe get the, like, because I know he was doing it and trying to make it, like, you know, some whole scale shit. Yeah. How did he get to a point where it was, like, co-signable for him to do it without him getting some?
He definitely went through a lot of shit.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, he had to go through some.
It was a whole lot of tension of us going to parties and shit. They, like, look at these offy-ass niggas trying to modify our shit. Basically, type shit, feel me? The hate and shit came. But then, I honestly think, like, as soon as, like, not supposed to be had that real effect on the whole country damn near, feel me? We had motherfuckers in the army sending us videos of them, like, feel me? All type of crazy
these
shit.
These dudes on the Olympic track team during the Olympics, they was
feel me?
Tyson
Like
Beckett
that.
for a little.
Yeah,
no
like,
way.
Yeah, like,
see that shit.
for real, like.
And it's too, because now there's, like, Connecticut, like, honestly, like, high school sports shit, we're getting, like, a lot better in sports, and you'll see, like, there's cats from, like, Hartford, New Haven going all over, so they're going to spread that to their team, and, like, I seen something, it was,
some
the Clemson football team, bro, they had 4 of them was doing the whole, like, I was like, yo, that's crazy, bro.
Temple, there's a player from Temple doing it,
and
there's 2 boys from
Michigan State,
Michigan over there, they on the football team.
They from West Haven, I think,
New Haven, the receiver, right? Yeah.
Facts, but Zoe made it to the point where, like, cause feel me, it used to be just like a standard 3 moves you do while you freaking it, like. But Zoe ended up making his own moves. That rubbed off on other people. Like, maybe I should start making my own shit when I'm freaking it. And then it just went from person to person to person to person. And then it was like, it was hell of us around at the time, so we all just doing the same shit. But we looking at Zoe and we just making our own versions of it. Like, we used to just wild the fuck out. That's when the Trillers and all of that shit started going out. This shit goes couple years back.
It's a fact. So I could recall me randomly being on Vine, like in 2012. Man, I'm scrolling and I see Zoe. I did not know Zoe from a can of paint. Yeah. All I see is a little black boy. He's like, yo, Avenue parties be like, and he's up in who was he with, Bino?
Yeah,
he's in Bino in the video,
we
freaking.
Young as hell at Bino shit on Kent Street.
I'm like, yo, this shit kind of hard. But that's my Avenue. I'm leave that alone. Leave that alone.
I remember when I first came out here, because I'm from the 203s, and I used to come out here because I have to go parties and shit, like, you know, that's how we met. And I was mad cool with Lonnie, and I was like, yo, what is that shit? He was like, yo, it's some whole shit you didn't want to know, da-da-da. Like, he explained it to me, but it was funny because I seen him doing that at a dance in New Haven. And he said, the only reason I'm doing it out here is because I know nobody knows about that shit and they're not going to, you know what I mean? And then he explained it to me and I was like, damn, that's crazy. And then that's when I first came out here, so it was still kind of tense. And then it's been like, 2 years or so, and now it's grown into what it's grown into, and it's like, it's
shout
crazy.
Shout out to Zoe.
For sure.
Shout out to Zoe, shout out to Lonnie.
Like, I feel like a lot of people don't give him his credit for really making that a general dance for everybody.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Facts. That's what I be trying to do, though.
Let's talk about that too. Like, I feel like some people be looking at you like, oh, like, how much credit do you necessarily need to give?
The other day, and I don't know if she's gonna see this, but my homegirl, I'm not gonna drop her name. My homegirl texted me the other day. She's like, "Yo, who is this little dude doing this shit?" I was like, first of all, it's a girl.
Thank you.
Zoe's
She
very
over
close
here.
friend. You know what I'm saying? She got the cosigner, and I broke it down for her. And it's just like a lot of people, especially from the 8, they see it on the outside looking in, they don't understand that you was cool with Zoe.
What they don't understand is there was a day that the only day I got to spend with him, where he really talked to me and like broke shit down, because that's when I did a video and the video had kind of like went up a little bit, but of course I'm from the opposite side of the state, so it didn't really look that right. So he really wanted to make sure I got that shit down, because like he seen what he was doing and he seen my pull too. I wasn't making no music, but I was already like out, like people already they already knew me and shit like that.
Thing,
in fact. So he was basically like telling me what he wanted to do with it, like, and I was like, yo, like, it needs to leave Connecticut. That's all. Like, you just need exposure. And we had a heart to heart. He told me everything he'd been through. He was just like showing me new moves and mad shit, and like really telling me to take this shit serious. Like, really told me that. And so then after that, we shot that on Halloween. After that, I had met Noble. at a party in Hartford where like Zoe had hit me up, but like I was already too late by the time I responded, so I would have like chilled with him again. And then when I went to Florida, I got the opportunity to DJ. First I pulled up to Miami, you know what I'm saying. But I went to Miami, and I was like showing them like Zoe's Work Part 2 shit that Shump actually produced, which is my favorite song. Like I played that shit every morning faithfully.
Every party I played it.
Word everything. He was always like commenting on the fact that I was always listening to that shit. I put so many people onto that shit because that was really hard. Like that shit is really everything. And so what
I was
happened?
gonna say, I don't want to cut you off. I DJ'd a party in New Haven like 3 weeks ago, and like everyone, they was kind of rocking with the music. But in my last 10 minutes of the set, I just played straight Zoe tracks, and that was the most.
That's
lit
what,
part
yeah,
because
New Haven really loved him.
You know what I'm saying? Yo,
they
for
really
real,
rock with
like
him.
Jordan, everybody was freaking it crazy. Like literally, the whole party was freaking it.
Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh yeah,
Damn,
Damn, yo.
Damn.
No, we was talking about how.
Last thing you said something about.
I was in Miami and I was showing everybody his shut down and they was fucking with him heavy. This is a week before he passed. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so then a couple like days later, I went to Orlando and I come across a house party with like Full Sail students or whatever. They let me DJ. So I was playing like mad Zoe shit and I had the whole party jumping. I messaged him like during that shit. I'm like, yo, they really rocking with your shit. Like, word of everything. So I met a producer down there. He gave me a pack specifically for Zoe. So like I'm on my way back here. Like, and I told him like, yo, I got something for you. This dude want me to sit down with you and like go through this and you pick which ones you want. All that stuff. Like, and then like I was in New Jersey, like almost in CT. Like, and I was supposed to see him like within the next couple days. And then that shit happened, unfortunately.
Can we talk about that for a second? Like what was everyone feeling at that moment where like you just looked on? I'm gonna tell you how I felt.
Bro, that shit happened on the street
Yo.
where we live, and it was like my boy came through and he had literally came down the street and he was like, yo, there's all this crazy shit going down off Oak and blah 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 blah. Ain't think nothing of it. I went to sleep. I woke up the next day. My roommate Ike like told me what happened, and it was just like.
Nah, that shit was crazy. I was right in New Jersey on my way back to New York. I had to take the bus from Atlanta. Like I'm traveling all the time, but I'm like very cheap, so I take the cheapest way. I don't mind stopping city to city.
Yeah.
So yeah, feel me. So like I was on my way to New York City. And some girl from Hartford like hit me up. Like I was sleeping, but I was sleeping too peacefully. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know when something's just too perfect? Yeah. How I'm on a bus and I'm sleeping so perfectly right now. So then I look at my phone and this girl from Hartford is like blowing my shit up. It's like 3 a.m. I kid you not, 3-4 a.m. No, it's gotta be like 3 a.m. Blowing my phone up. She's like, yo, I don't know how to tell you this. Please call me back. I'm like we ain't grow up together or nothing. What could you possibly tell me that'll like hurt my feelings or nothing? So I called her back and she was like, I don't know how to tell you. First thing she said, it wasn't on no 203 86 soul shit. I'm like, what? Like, I'm like, what's going on? And then she told me that shit and she was like, everybody's heading back to Hartford right now. Like, she was like, yo, everything's still. That shit was just crazy. And then, like, the first person I worried about was Siddiqui and Phil. Like, that was mad worried for them. Like, because, like, I see, when I'm on the gram and all that shit, when I met Zoe was talking about Siddiqui the whole time. Like, I met Siddiqui and Zoe at 2 separate times. Like, you know what I'm saying? But Zoe was still here when I met Siddiqui. And, yeah, he just kept talking to me about him, and, like, so I knew how much he really loved him. Like, he was so passionate about everything he was talking about that day. And so, like, the first person I worried about was Siddiqui, and then I followed up with Phil and see what was going. But Phil was holding up. Like, Phil was telling me to stay strong. And that took a lot, because I was like, that shit, you with this dude, like, every day type, and you telling me to stay strong. But I'm gonna let Siddiqui talk more about it.
Whole lot of liquor. Feel me? I would say, because we were supposed to go to the studio that night, feel me? So it's me and Noble at my shit. And Zoe was supposed to get dropped back off at my house so we could jump in the car with Phil and Quincy so we could go to the studio that night. And then, like, I would say, like, a good couple hours went by because it was, I think it was a school night, matter of fact. Nah, it wasn't a school.
Yeah, it was
a school
night.
So, yeah, it's a school night. So, like, another couple hours go by. Usually he don't wait until it's late night because he know my mom used to be tweaking and shit when I leave the house late on the school night. So, like, 10, 11 o'clock hit, and then I just say to Noble, I'm like, yo, something don't feel right. I just feel like we not going to the student night. So he just looking at me like, fuck going on type shit. But it's still not processing right type shit. So I'm like, hold up, I'm on the phone and shit. I'm not even responding to him, so he tweaking in my face, and I'm just on my phone. I'm like, yo, just shut up, yo, just sit down type shit. Like, feel me, just relax. So then another hour go by, I'm scrolling through my Facebook feed. I see the article of the New Britain shit, the police involved shooting. I'm like, damn, they wilding over there in New Britain. I just keep scrolling, feel me? And then I see this shit probably like 5 more times on my TL. I'm like, all right, nah, because I was just talking to Skinny. Skinny was in the car with him, feel me? So I was just talking to Skinny at like 7 o'clock that day. He like, they in New Britain. I'm like, just make sure you bring him back before the night over type shit. We got to go to the studio. He like, all right. So, yeah, I'm just thinking of that. I'm thinking of what he told me, like he was in New Britain. So I'm like, oh, shit. So that went together. I would say it's like 11:30 now, going on 12. I call Zoe dad. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I don't like putting two and two together like this. Just try to figure out where Zoe at for me. He like, all right, because he didn't even know what's going on. So he hearing about it, shooting this shit. He like, what? Let me go see what's up with this dude. So I guess that's when his dad headed up to New Britain. And I would say another hour go by. It's probably like 12:30 in the morning now. I'm just getting hella different calls. I'm blacking on everybody, feel me? Because who want to hear that shit? So I'm wilding out on everybody calling me, blocking their number, and tweaking on niggas. So, feel me? I would say about 2 in the morning, my cousin Flea had came and grabbed me. He had just clocked out his overnight shift at Walmart. He like, I know some shit off. So he just came, grabbed me, grabbed some 1738, just rolled around, listened to Zoe all night. That's just how that shit went.
Sure.
Last time I spoke to Zoe, it was that week. It was on Tuesday. I remember me and Brooklyn was doing like some video shit, you know what I'm saying? Kind of on some humor, funny shit. Something to gain like, attention more to like my brand, whatever. So we was just, doing some human shit. And it came to mind, like, yo, why don't I put Zoe in this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that shit would have been hella funny. So I text him. I'm like, yo, I got some hella funny ideas, nigga. We got to drop something funny. Like, nigga, you got to show out. He's like, he said, yeah, kid, I do some shit like, you feel me? You send a beat in my email, you feel me? I was supposed to pay you, but, I hit you with some bunk gang shit and be out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, yo, that shit be funny as fuck. Let's just write it up. Right? He's like, I told him, like, let's do it Friday. He said, bet, kick him around. Thursday hit. It was peace. Like, you feel me? Like, I was chilling. I remember I was getting out of work, and I was tired that day. Like, I was just real tired that day. I fell asleep, like, around 8, which is early, very early for me. Knocked out, it's like probably 2:30 a.m., something like that. I looked at my phone. I usually keep my phone, like, when I'm sleeping, I don't want to hear shit from nobody. I turn shit on silent. So I looked at my phone, and it's like mad missed calls. I'm like, and it's like the missed calls is from niggas from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas from my hometown, niggas from Hartford, niggas from Bloomfield. Like, hella niggas is blowing my shit right now. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? So I try to call some back. Niggas ain't pick up because at that point, it's like, all right, 2, 3 a.m. Until my cousin responded. She was like, yo, Zoe, he got shot. And he died. I'm like, what you talking about, man? He's like, in New Britain. I'm like, fuck are you saying? Like I almost wanted to black, but at the same time, it was like, I didn't want to believe it. You know what I mean? And that shit, it was crazy because the film, had I known any of that shit was going on, like, it's how I feel. Everybody had a certain way about you. Would have kept them close.
Word.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
Would have kept them close. But
Yeah, so
that was just, that was the last time I talked to him.
So for me, it was I think it was, what was the mini fest? A week before that?
Yeah, I was supposed to go to that.
Yeah,
Shit. I'm so tired of
so-
it.
A week or two.
Yeah, so the mini fest was literally a week before that, and shout out my nigga Orlando, but Orlando Ben was like, yo, bro, you gotta help me with Zoe, like the full effect. You gotta help me with everybody. Like, these niggas is like stars and da da. We met up with Nico. At like a Dunkin' Donuts. It was me, Nico, Orlando, and Zoe, and we just talking about like ideas for him. We didn't do nothing for that whole year. Then a year passed by, Minifest come. So then I see this nigga Zoe is tweaking. You know him, he just doing hella dance moves. He running, he's going nuts, yo. You feel me? Him and Noble just going crazy. And then after that, Orlando was like, yo, come talk to him. So we talking, me and him just chopping it home like, yo, bro, like I'm dead serious with this. Like, if you could help me in any way, he said, I really need it. He's like, he wasn't even saying him. He was like, me in Full Effect. Like, we all have our own talents to do, but like, if you could help out in any way. And I was like, yo, bro, I got you. You feel me? And then I was just kind of getting in contact with 60. And I was like, bro, I really fuck with your music. He's like, good looks. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna be around more often. And then after that, I'm like, I was reposting Zoe shit, and then it was like 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm like heading to work or some shit, and like I'm just scrolling down. I should not be driving and checking Instagram at the same time, but I was. Whatever. So I'm driving, I'm scrolling, and I just see it, and I'm like, yo, what? Like, and like once I saw it, it was like the world just got still. Like I'm driving, and it's like the sky just stopped moving. It's weird, yo. Like the energy was just, it was nuts. Like it was like, I'm like, yo, damn, like. He's really gone.
Yeah, bro,
like
I remember
My chest was hurt.
That shit was just off because word of everything.
It
It just felt like
the energy.
it was an earthquake.
Earthquake in New Brain.
I think the day after.
yeah, like
It was just New Brain. It only hit New Brain. Shook the whole New Brain.
yeah.
That shit's weird as fuck.
It was crazy though, cause
like I would say I probably like got the exact news around like 12 that night or 1 in the morning that night type shit, but. I'm on some shit like I'm in straight denial, so I'm hanging up on everybody calling me left and right and just blocking a number. And then it's just like as the hours went by, like liquor just started tasting like water. I'm like, damn. And then I'm just watching straight videos, just reliving hella shit. And I ended up staying up for probably a week straight. I was in the studio because that was the last place I was with him at. Mm-hmm. I think he was like, it was me and him in the booth. We was just chopping it up. This nigga, you know, this nigga was always off the drugs. This nigga fall asleep while I'm talking to him with one of his eyes open. So I'm like, come on, yo. Tap him in his throat. He like, chill. For me, that was probably that was the last time and then we hotboxed and Trap Phone Fetty car. Shout out
my nigga Trap Phone.
Feel me? We was hotboxing his car, listening to hella Cute a Fool and shit. I'm putting Zoe on to him. That's why I fuck with Zoe, because he used to just be down for whatever. I just introduced him to hella new tracks. He like, yo, these shit's hard. Mm-hmm. Like them shits on SoundCloud. We was just vibing that night.
You know what's crazy though? Y'all had Wi-Fi and Friends Part 2 yesterday.
Yes, sir.
And
shout out to free Wi-Fi. Shout out to Ike.
Shout out to free Wi-Fi and Ike. But they was playing the Zoe songs, and like I'm just looking around, and everybody was just like in sync, just moving.
Have y'all noticed, not to cut you off, now like at CT parties, like Zoe gets like a good 5-10 minute set, like at every shit.
But it was on the way. It was already on the way too. Like New Haven DJs, shout out to DJ Loso. DJ Loso was the first DJ out there to really bump Zoe shit. Had everybody rocking, like no funny.
And shouts to free Wi-Fi, they always be playing his shit
Yeah,
too.
facts. But like for the like real CT takeover, like all they needed was the 203 as well, because it's always gonna be that division for some reason. So like finally I feel like it's being kicked down. That's why like as I continue to break this shit, like I keep shouting out Zoe, because this is the real reason why like anybody's trying to do any of this. Like he had a specific conversation with me before he passed, and it was to keep going. So, like, because he's not here, like, we have to keep going, like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of people was trying to, like, not really crediting him for what he was doing, and started worrying about themselves rather than the movement. And Zoe was really for the movement. So, like, I was already in a position of power to have, like, to be able to, like, kick it with some A60 people, kick it with some 203 people. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't think, I really didn't think it was going to get like that. I thought, like, my friends would just like it and shit like that. Like, I consider you a friend. Like, like I didn't think it was going to get how it is. But since it is, I'm continuing to put Zoe in everything. Because, like, why not?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why not? Like.
So,
Well, I was just going to say, like, what we were talking about before we started rolling was just, like, Connecticut's never really had one, artist or movement or one thing where the whole state gets behind.
Facts.
Or maybe just the 860 likes it or the 203 likes it, or just, you know what I'm saying? Like, 1063, like my boy Say kind of created, Say kudos, shout out to him. He got this little thing where I
made the tweet first, just saying.
That's my boy, what I'm saying? But
that's my boy. I'm gonna say that, like, right? Cause like they trying to jack my tweet, right?
What I'm saying is not even.
I love Say. He's a great guy.
Whoever
talented.
the credit is, because that's who I saw it come from first. So you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But that 1063 is something we need to really embrace. Is 203 860 as a whole and Connecticut as a whole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it seemed like 203 embracing it a little bit more though.
Yeah, no,
we gotta like get the A6 to really fuck with niggas.
You know what it is? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how, like, I mean, we fix it by, doing things like this and having something where we all get behind it, but we gotta put that too with diversification to the side, because it's just division. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I think it is too? I think it's a lot of like the old stuff. So I think a lot of old rappers, like the people before our time, I think they were so like, yo, I'm from A60, fuck 203 or vice versa, that we kind of just lived into it.
We're just
like
accustomed to it.
Yeah, like
to the whole 100, man. Listen, Hartford. If you really want to talk about like the gritty sides of things, what you got? You got Hartford for the A60, right? And then you got New Haven, Bridgeport, and 203. My nigga, that's like a fucking 45-minute gap. Nigga, who the hell is pulling up, taking a 45-minute drive, putting a 20 in your tank, to go saying some shit from niggas from a whole different area code from you. Like, I feel like that shit is weak, man. Like, keep it a whole 100. Like, this shit's weak, my nigga. Like, y'all niggas are on, like, a whole other side of the fucking state.
Bro, gas price costs different where y'all live.
Yeah, nigga, what the hell's the need to even sit down and really beef with you, my nigga? You know what I mean?
Like, to Zoe to, like, be doing that, too. Like, I feel like, I don't know, when people come for me from like the A60 area, I feel like it's very disrespectful to Zoe. I'm not even gonna lie to you, because like he dad wanted that to be squashed and it to be a real thing, a CT. Like, if you respect him, you're gonna respect the movement. You're gonna respect his friends for continuing this. You're gonna respect all of us. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, because I'm getting a lot of it's a lot of love, but there's some people who like feel like I'm trying to steal something, and it's never about that. Like, I love this dude so much, yo, and I want to see his family. I want something for his family. Like, that's the type of person I am. Like, if I were to be blessed for a chance to be able to make it, I want to be able to call his pops like, yo, like, I got something for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he would have did that. He would have took care of his family. So we got to put ourselves in a position to take care of them.
You know what we gotta do?
When I'm to cut you off, Zoe's the type who would have done that for you, would have done that for 60. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, he showed me. Y'all don't understand how much love, how excited he was to meet me. Like, it was crazy. Like, the energies, we should have been met a long time ago.
I remember I met Zoe, like, I met him at some, like, parties and stuff. I was doing, like, this little interview for 4-5, and he was, like...
Shout out to 4-5.
Shout out to 4-5. I forgot whose crib it was at. I was doing an interview, and Zoe was, like, across the hall. He came in to get some sheets. And he came up to me, he was just like, bro, I be seeing you, I don't even know where you from, but we got linked. Like, and then just went on about his business. And I feel like that's like a real, like, how he was, you know what I'm saying? He may not have no idea what you were doing, but it was something cool, and he just wanted to get behind it because he was doing cool shit.
Yo, his energy was so, like,
Crazy.
natural at the moment,
yeah,
too. Like,
for real.
He, like, every time that we link at the stew, it little be off. Me, I'll be honest, man, I'm hitting damn near... I'm in my late 20s, bro. So it's like I'm getting that old guy. Like, you gotta schedule shit for me. But Zoe hit me up literally a half an hour. He's like, yo, Kick, what you doing? I'm like, ain't shit, man. In the stew. He's like, all right, give me like half an hour. I'm gonna get around and pull up.
Yeah.
Yo, like, just like that. I'm like,
work ethic crazy.
Okay, man. You know what? It's like I knew how he got down. So it's like I took advantage of every single one of those opportunities. If you feel me? If I ain't doing shit, you looking to get in the stew. Copy.
Facts. It was literally like to the point where I'm staying up on school nights at his dad's shit. It's late night, probably like 3-4 in the morning. I don't even know how I'm getting home no more. So I'm still singing, screaming loud as hell, recording. His dad peeking in every couple of minutes, like, yo, the fuck? Like, swear to God, like, shit was that real. I'd be getting blasted by my mom like 7 o'clock in the morning, like, get the fuck home, you have school in a half hour. All type of crazy shit, man. Just straight studio sessions. And it went from me being on some shit like, yo, you crazy, yo. How the fuck you stay up 7 hours straight to, yo, when we going to the studio? We lit? Like, and it'd be some everyday type shit. If not every day, then every weekend.
Well, before we transition to Snow's forthcoming her rise, I just want to take this time for everyone to just, when y'all doing the dance, when y'all saying anything, just always remember that, like, where it originated from, who really took it to that next level, and let's try to unify on that. Like, this is one thing where, as Connecticut, we cannot fuck it up. Like, we cannot destroy this. Like, this has to be something where it's unified, because he went through so much to get it from a gang and incorporated so much other people.
Danny risked his life to do that.
Exactly, you feel me? So at the end of the day, like, we have to be the ones to, like, carry that on. Like, so forever and always, man, RP Zoe, man, a legend. You know what I'm saying? For sure. But Snow, back on the high rise, came out with the joint. Shit is bananas. Hey yo, once you hear that first, once you hear that joint, that's it. Once you hear that first, and then you got 60 with the little, with the.
That's not.
Bro, I was playing it at the fast track going to work the other day. I left my headphones at home, so I was just playing it off my phone, and somebody was like walking past me, and they're like. It was just like that little tiny thing, and they just kept it moving. But it was like that's fire, you know.
And you know what's crazy? Like, I was telling someone, I was like, yo, I think this is Snow's actual first official single. Like, I don't think she really jumped into music, but I was like, I know that she has a background in like music. Like you saying your dad and shit. And I think you said your mom did something too, right?
My mom, she was like a dancing ass motherfucker.
Feel
in
me?
the club.
So like,
I even known you from like DJing and stuff like that. So like, you always done like the music.
Yeah, I was always loved music. Yeah. Always. Like I've been with a rap, but I was scared. Like you know what I'm saying? Like. I'm like everybody doing it. I'm such a like hipster kind of, so I'm like everybody's doing it. I don't want to do it. Like,
but now you're doing it on something where it's your own lane. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is definitely for you. I was telling, I said, yo, I was like, yo, this fits Snow so perfectly. Like, she just is a great energy, my nigga.
The
like,
rhythm concept, I didn't even think about that till you said that. That's so smart because like for like yanking it or whatever we're gonna call to call it, if that's gonna spread on a Connecticut cultural point. We need things like that where like
there's enough
the
Jamaicans
music,
here.
the genre
There's a lot of
itself
Jamaicans
is,
here.
you know what I'm saying? Something that people listen to. Like down south, like they got the sped up rap. That's music that's perfect for this. You know what I'm saying? That we need something like that where we.
That's why I'll be taking it like, cause Connecticut we don't have our own culture, and like you know I see like there's other places that try to use the Jamaican thing, but they really don't. Like when I was throwing my parties, I was calling them bashments. Like you know what I'm saying? That's a Jamaican term.
Facts.
So I had everybody out here calling their parties bashments. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get the like. It builds culture like that though. Like we have something that we got going on. Like instead of throwing parties, why we don't call them bashments? That could be a CT thing. Like you come to CT, you know you're gonna go to a bashment. That's mad lit. Like all that. So it's all about like creating culture, and I know that's what Zoe was big on as well. So he's Jamaican too.
I think we all. Everyone but you is Jamaican here. I think.
I mean I'm not Jamaican. But
all right,
60 Jamaican.
Hey, 60 like yeah. So the question I have is like, how do we keep this momentum going? Like clearly, like. Facts. Listen, someone had posted this shit on IG, and ever since I've seen it, I've been doing it. It was like, if your friends got a song and you really support it, when you go to sleep, plug your phone in, go to Spotify and put their song on repeat. Yeah. I've been doing that for your song Apple Music.
Oh my God! I go to you cheating my views.
Fuck it, yo, that's support, yo. That's so that obviously a retweet shit like this and stuff. But how can like something like say someone didn't have an opportunity of a platform like this, or someone wasn't really familiar with the retweeting and shit, like how else could you think we could support not only your movement but any other positive movement going on in the CT culture?
I feel like the vibes will send you there. I feel like energy will send you there, to be honest. Yeah. Like, cause we didn't really see much like this before. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't believe everybody in CT actually rocking with me. Like, that's mad weird. We never had like unity like that before. Like the ultimate. You know what I'm saying? I got people from all over, from the corners of these states, like really fucking with it. So like, I wouldn't even know how to tell nobody to do it. Like my formula, my father was already like a DJ. A lot of people knew me off of that. Then going to high school and stuff, a lot of people tend to know me. Like I was always a dancing ass motherfucker. Like always cracking jokes, chilling. Like you know what I'm saying? So I don't know how somebody would do it. I guess just make some heat and stay away from that drill shit. Like don't nobody want to hear that rah rah rah. Like for real, like nobody want to. It's Connecticut. Who's scared of us? Like you know what I'm saying? Like we know what go on in the streets. We know what's up. But at the end of the day, if you be like, yo, are you in talking to Atlanta nigga? Like yeah, I'm out there. You know I do my gang shit. I'm out there in Connecticut. They be like, Connecticut what? Like what is that? Like
a lot of motherfuckers think I'm a drill rapper. Like nah.
And that shit won't really hold you back.
Yeah, bro. Like the first song I heard was like some shit where I thought it was lame, but then I got like
It's not but 60's really nasty at what he does. That's why his numbers is doing the way it does. But like imagine if he was on some other shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that drill shit out here is not.
People be making music that they feel like other people are gonna like more than they make music that they like themselves.
Yeah, cause for me, I started off with straight freaking and shit. For me, and then I just started jumping in from different genres and fields of different kinds of music that just make motherfuckers hype. Like you could I got tracks all down my whole playlist of my shit that could make you could be yanking it to my shit.
The party
you could turn around, you want to crack somebody, you hear my shit. Like, real shit. Like it's all around with my shit. I'm versatile as hell. That's why nobody can take my style.
That's a fact.
It's just always changing.
And he got a nice voice.
Yeah.
Also
Man, he got a
feel
deep voice.
with,
He got
like, as far as like, you know, how embracive the state has been, this is legit something that we can say, you know, is Connecticut bred, that we can embrace as our own. You know what I mean? And quite frank, just as much as the shit is moving right now, it's like, it's kind of hard not to embrace it. You feel me? You see niggas freaking it and every single party you walk into. I can't walk in a party in Connecticut and not see one nigga. At least one nigga, one crew, not in there freaking it, dumbing out, or whatever you want. You feel me? However you want to call it. But it's like, at the end of the day, like, you feel me? For this song to hit how it hit, you know what I mean? And I felt like the video played a great part. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And just to see the culture, you know what I mean, together. Like, niggas see 60 in there, niggas see Malik in there, niggas see Fonzo, niggas see THC. They're like, yo, these are, because I know from like the youth know.
You seen the CT flag? I had that shit up in there. I wasn't playing with niggas. My shit stitched too.
Facts. You feel me? Like, the youth know. Like, you feel me? The youth know full effect. I keep it a whole 100. Like, niggas know who they are. So there's like, yo, these are A6 old niggas. And they know Snow. They're like, yo, they in New Haven? Okay, so it was almost like a solidification, you know what I'm saying, of like, yo, this is a fuse right now. And you feel me? It should be jacked. You know what I mean? Like,
the other thing is, too, like, Connecticut music culture is a lot farther than it's ever been. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look back at, like, you know, 6-8 years ago, when there was really only like Chris Webby and Tribe, shout out Jigs, shout out Chris Lyric, shout out Fatir, and they was paving the way for like a Lonnie or a Zoe, and so now, you know, Zoe and they're 60, and then 5 years from now it'll pave the way for the next cat. So it's like right now, with the way things are moving, this is the best time for this to happen.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got cats like Brockhampton. A lot of people don't know there's members in there from Connecticut.
Facts.
Shout out to Dom.
Shout out my nigga Dom.
Holy shit.
Isn't that your legit family too?
Yeah, that's my cousin.
It's a legit cousin. Yeah. Like, you got On Q, who's out here booming in seats.
That's
you know
my man. Me and On Q actually got something in the works right now.
So it's like, and then Mike Flows and Annoyed, and even like Lonnie now, you know, making his moves. And
I met Lonnie. I got a story about Lonnie.
Shout out to Lonnie. And Craigie F too, but I'm saying, like, right now, the way it's moving, we got
shout out Craigie.
I fuck with Lonnie. So, right, I'm on my way to Miami, right? I'm always going to Miami, right? So I'm on my way to Miami, and this dude in like this tracksuit was like, "Yo, Snow, like, I meet a lot of people. I my memory, I be like so faded. So I'm like, yo, like, what's up, bro? What's up? He was like, yo, how you doing? I'm like, yo, where you going? Like, he said he going to Los Angeles to do a show. I'm like, what the fuck? The only nigga that could be doing that. I'm like, that gotta be Lonnie X. Let me go to his profile real quick. I went, facts. I went, and that was him.
Bro, it's crazy.
I respect him for like going out of his way to say what's up to me. Like, that's why I'm gonna always be like, yo, yeah, Lonnie a real cool dude for that. Cause I would have never like. I'm glad I met him too. Cause like he on the rise. You know what I'm saying?
That's all we need, man. We need more of that. We need people
CT coming.
Yeah, we need people who are on different platforms, who have different values and different statures in different areas, to come together and really show this unity. I mean, that's why we all here, right? We all here for that. But before we close out, first I want to give a shout out to my guy Devon from DMTS Radio. Let me host my podcast here. So this is where you're gonna be catching that from now. This is where you're gonna get. This is the home of the independent, artists. So we're gonna have our live events here. We're also gonna have we have a studio here for rent. Like, if any artist wants to come in and record some music, we got a DJ booth. We're gonna have a whole bunch of things in motion for the independent artists that need a home and a platform. So that's one. Two. Shout out to my guys from Hood Hope. I got to stand up for this.
I got the shirt on too, but we was both wearing it at the same time.
Yo, all right. So this shirt.
All
right. So look, we was at the Free Wi-Fi event yesterday, and
that's why I have my jacket zipped up.
Right. So when Snow was performing, they threw the shirt off as like a raffle. So it landed in front of me, and no one else picked it up. So I picked the shit up. And I'm like, oh, this shit's fire. Nah, they love me, right?
I put the money in their pocket.
So I went and switched this, got a smaller one, and then I wore it yesterday to Summer Wave, and I was like, yo, for the first podcast, I gotta rep them because they're hometown, they're in CT, you know what I'm saying, and they're on a rise. So check out to them over in New London. Can we get your social media handles, please, so people can follow y'all?
Absolutely. I'll start with me, Noah G, 203 Noah, Twitter, IG.
203 Noah. You need to change the A6L.
1063.
1063. There we go.
Hear that?
Go ahead.
At Snow, PRAH, Snow Pro Winfrey.
Coolers
6
Deuce. Feel me? It's cool as Deuce. Rest in peace, my guy. Feel me? But it's a 6 in the middle of those.
Because you 6 Deuce.
62. 62 full effect, man.
That's a fact.
Gang.
Yo, man, everything. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Chill Shump.
So first and foremost, thank you guys for coming out
So,
with me,
gang.
rocking out with your boy. It's your boy Timeless Trail. Timeless Trail on all social media, Twitter, IG. I think I even got in my Facebook name, all that. I got a Timeless Trail page, everything. Yo, if you guys fucked with it, I appreciate y'all for fucking with me in the first place because this is my first one back, and I was a little nervous. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for.
Yo, Timeless though. We gotta shout out our groups.
Yes, you do. Go ahead.
So follow the Real Full Effect boys and follow the Far Faction. Music coming to like CT. We are not playing no games. Be on the lookout.
You just give me the mic.
Summertime, me and Shump, we got some shit for y'all. Y'all heard? If y'all ain't hear Creep already, I was like 15 in that shit. It's gonna be like 10 of those for me, like
That's a fact.
wild shit.
Yeah. I mean,
Full effect 62, man. We coming up. Shump, Snow, we on that shit. It's our year. Like, it's
That's a fact, man. You already know we're gonna make it happen, man. That's a shameless plug too. But hey, yo, listen, Mike Flows, you feel me? 7 dropping in July. Crazy ass project, double
shout
up.
out
man.
Mike Flows.
Yeah, you feel me?
Definitely.
We're gonna get this popping.
And Timeless, charge your laptop next time because it's on 3%.
It's on 4.
I'm about to clap on this.
But before we get out of here, yo, I want to say thank you for everyone for tuning in. Catching any gems. If there's anything that y'all want to hear or anything that y'all want to know about, just please contact us. You can either do RejuvNation@gmail.com or thetimelesstrail@gmail.com. I'll be looking tentative for all those, but I appreciate y'all for tuning in to the RejuvNation Podcast hosted by your boy Timeless Trail. Peace.
Peace.